All right. Um, Happy May 18th. Hey guys, what's up? All right. Um, this is gonna be a real quick trade, so rewatch it, replay it, slow it down if you need to. Well, either way, I talk slow. But I had a great morning. Obviously, you see the big account. Currently on a 13-day win streak, right? So I've been literally green since April 30th. So if you just think about that, right? Today's May 18th. So that's the big account. Really, just one set of trades, and everybody knows that I do trade in bulks. Typically, I use just because on this broker, the max lot size is capped at $100 per point. I don't want to trade $100, right? So if we just do the math, one, two, three, four, five. Is that really five? I thought it was six. One, two, three, four, five. I thought it was supposed to be six. Yeah, it's five. So if we just do the math, it's $93, right? If you can see on the top right, just bear with me. So it's $93 times five trades. It's not supposed to be five trades, but that's just the way it looks in the software, right? But it's supposed to all enter at the same time. Yeah, you have a few seconds of a delay. I mean, from literally from top to bottom, it was just 7 seconds of a delay, which could be a lot worse. I was trading $465 per point, and it made that much, right? So don't get it twisted. If you look at the bottom trade, that's 100-point move, right? I bought it at 49,509, sold it. Well, more like I closed the trade at 49,609. That was my biggest trade. Where every other trade I closed at just 5 points before. So give or take, right? So I just click. I know everybody's like, well, these are manual trades. No, I just once I move the stop loss of one trade, everything else copies. It's literally just copy trading at its finest, to explain it in simple terms, right? So big account. Again, you can see the date, guys, right? 2026. 5/18, May 18. You see the time again, 6:30 a.m. PST is a New York opening. For this broker, it says 16:30. That's the New York opening. 6:35, 16:35 was a time that I closed, or that I jumped into these trades. So yeah, these trades actually took quite a while. So many times I was basically up 10,000, 12,000, and back to 2,000 profit. And literally, I kid you not, it was just hovering right above my adjusted stop loss, right? Because I moved my stop loss and profit. Now, looking at really the only trade that matters, I mean, I hate to say that, but really, this is the baby trade here, to the baby account. Third day of the account started Thursday, last Thursday. So we had Thursday, day one, last Friday, day two, Monday, day three, and we are basically already almost short of doubling the account size, right? So let me just hop on to my MT4 just to show you guys. And right now we are up 554. Actually, we started at 327, right? So if we do 554 minus 327, kid you not, that's $227. So we're $100 shy of doubling the account. But again, this is just day three. I honestly do not expect results. Nothing of this caliber, nothing of the sort, nothing to even be relatively close. Now we hop on to the big picture, right? Big charts. Now, US 30 trade was actually very simple. Nas was a real. No, I don't want to curse in this video, but just to rewind just to show you guys, right? Honestly, I was looking at this for a bullish standpoint. Now I know that we basically came up, came down, but I wanted to basically see it hold somewhere right here, basically. And it's just weird. Maybe it was a little bit higher, but I basically wanted to see it hold right here, right? Because it just makes sense. Every time we came remotely close in the zone, we either jump back up or we rejected it. So if you just look to the left, if you look what I'm saying, obviously it makes sense that you want to see it tap this pre-market or market opening, and then you want to see a flush up, right? You basically just want to see it beat these highs. It should have had a nice pump, but looking at some, and this is why I also have a mentorship chat. It's even when I'm wrong, I want other people, and this goes with anybody who's wrong. There's other students in the server, in that channel specifically, who uses the same strategy, and they show their charts, and they're like, no brother, you misunderstood, right? So looking at one picture of the guy, and I can just quickly just glance at it. as a group. If you know, that's a little too zoomed. If you just look at this, right? Well, he was like this. I mean, he banked off this play, and then he was like, um, this is what ended up working out for him, and he just wanted my opinion on it. I was like, brother, you're right. I'm straight up just in the wrong. I can always admit when I'm wrong, right? So he said I was thinking it had to be filled. I guess today I reacted sort of instead of predicting. Anyways, and then he said he wants to, me to see the video later, right? So, obviously we're gonna look at that. I just don't understand at all why we have, because think about it, right? Came up, came down, came up, came down, tried to come up, retested it, held support over here. Okay, then we finally broke it. We finally broke this. We finally broke that. What do we want to do? We basically want to see it hold support over here, right? So we want to see it just linger somewhere in this area before I push up. That would have and should have made the most sense. Really, US 30, the same exact thing, right? When you have these massive candles, especially this candle, I should say this candle, then all you really want to see is just a retest, right? So what was weird, and this is exactly why I don't like jumping in a 1 minute time frame. I could tell anybody and everybody that if you got on a 1 minute time frame, because look, this is what happened. If you got on a 1 minute time frame, well, she came down over here. Actually, it was no, she came down, right? She came down. Now, in a 15-minute time frame, you would have entered. Now, in a 1 minute, I mean, maybe you would have waited, right? But in a 1 minute time frame, you'd be like, oh, she never, ever came down here. But you could have been up if you just focus on a 15-minute time frame. I showed up to my charts late, but if you were just here, you would have easily got basically 80 points in profit. And then you would have adjusted your stop loss. Yes, market opening, and this is very common with US 30, and same thing with NAS, that she dumped just for a retest. Literally, see a retest at the 4. It held support. See, it held it literally to the tip of the damn wick just for the push up. And now, I personally, and again, I don't use the 1 minute time frame. I just want to show you guys. I personally saw a retest because it was actually kind of a God's blessing that it retested, but I really wanted to see that it was going to hold it here before she flushed. And then once I saw that she was wicking over here, I got in. By then, I think she said I already got in like right there, which just sucked. I didn't realize until I'm reflecting back on my trade on the numbers for my broker, and I'm like, wow, I basically gave up, say, not even a quarter, maybe 30%, maybe 40% of my trade just in the latency, right? So by the time I got filled in, she had already came up higher. I was maybe like 2 points in drawdown at best because she did, and when she was coming up, she literally did come up. So I probably got drawdown. Maybe my entry was a little bit higher because by the time I was in profit, she came back, retested it, and then she pushed up. So it was a nice trade. Again, guys, you have to understand, right? Whatever goes up comes down, and if it keeps going down, well, it has to bounce and make a curl, eventually form a U curl upwards, right? Like a U-turn. So for higher highs, what we have to do, and this is why I do my markings, we do this, right? So what was expected, we did it once here, we did it the second time here. The first time we did here, every time we came down, held the support, pushed up, came down, retested this, push up, came down. We want to see it hold previously, right? Basically, it was a little bit strange because we have such a huge wide range of support. I get it, but then what you want to see basically it beat this highs, right? And then eventually I don't want to predict, but you could have take bias here if she did retest. Now let's see what happened. I might be straight in the wrong, probably straight in the wrong, but that's eventually how I come to the markets. That's how I read. I just look at what it did once, twice. Now I made up my mind, right? So peace, love, and cheers. It's a brand new week. Best of luck for this week. And if you already read on a Monday, I don't blame you because Nas was a little bit on the harder side today for sure. I mean, usually I can easily recognize my mistakes, but today was kind of hard. So, as always, peace, love, and cheers. Thank you.